brothers. They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Johanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the damn our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, 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 I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone. I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks. They call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, 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 I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
What's going on, priest? How y'all feeling?
Oh, good.
Good. Yeah, man. Holding it down again Saturday Night Live, rocking it out on Black Watch News, holding it down for Commander GEN.YAHANNA, hardest working man in Israel. You'll know how we do it every Saturday, bringing it in.
Right.
Getting y'all a perspective on what's going on. Mm-hmm. I mean, the usual crew, You know what I mean? Tonight, Captain Nasdaq. I think Nasdaq, you down there in Texas now?
Yeah.
Nasdaq down there in Texas the weekend.
All right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Captain Yagawa, 1-2. 1-2. Yagawa, 1-2. Yeah, down there in Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, he carried the Mambo sauce from DC to Oklahoma, but I ain't gonna bring it up. Yeah, tonight for sure. We have the Potters. I'm coming in from Ohio by way of Indianapolis. You know what I mean, rocking it out. And for sure, I have in here with me tonight. Let me see. You have to come in a little closer. Kazak and the camera. The camera, I think you're going to the car. All right. Rock it out.
All right.
Let's see if I can get this foot up back. Move them statues from behind that computer, if you don't mind. So yeah, man. So tonight we definitely gonna go into I know you all hit him last week. You gotta take this off here. This is one time. Okay. All right. Last week I know you all went into Kanye.
Yeah, he hot topic right now still, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a hot topic for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be a hot topic for a while with everything he done said and them people they don't they like to that get back.
Yeah.
They don't just take some shit laying down. You know what I mean? They had to make you pay, they had to make you feel uncomfortable about something. They had to get some get back somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I still waiting to hear what he said as so anti-Semitic.
Again?
I still waiting to hear what he said that was anti-Semitic.
That's the issue.
Yeah. If he say, I think money and Jewish people to get in a sentence is racist. I don't know.
I mean, that's that whole thing is crazy. You know what I mean?
If I could,
please,
if I could, sir. It's like it hits home, man. It definitely hits home with me, like dealing with the Amalekites, the Jewish man. I had a manager that was managing my boxing career, a Jewish man, and they don't have a soul. Jewish people don't have a soul. I mean, they just really the evil that they do, and they think it's like, damn, what am I doing wrong? That's their behavior, and it's like, and it was so crazy, I'm not gonna be long-winded on it, but it was so crazy. My father didn't like him. He couldn't stand him, and I'm not gonna say that Jewish bastard's name because he's the type of Amalekite. He will have you trying to brought up on charges or whatever, he's a slimy little weasel around the boxing game. And like I said, he's a known name around the boxing world, but I'm not even going to mention that devil's name, you know what I'm saying? But my father couldn't stand him, and he just he didn't want to deal with him. But the guy that was like training me, like was like managing me, but the old man Bobby Brown, and Bobby Brown knew how to like use him for our career because he said he was a good fight hustler, So, but to make everything short, but a long story short, it was like the bastard like just he didn't do his job, and then like he went to prison for like income tax evasion, and they gave him a deal. They gave him a deal to pay $100,000 in back taxes or do 1 year in like a playground prison, So he went to a playground prison for a year, and his son was supposed to have been taking over our career because he had us on a contract, And the contract was like, he was holding us in this contract that we couldn't get out.
Right.
So his son, who was a cocaine head, was supposed to handle our career, get us a fight. He got us for that year. He got us one fight. He got us one fight. In a whole year.
You got you have no endorsements to lose, you know. I mean, they're gonna block you from getting fabric and that that vinyl.
Okay, hey, Salaki. Hey, ain't no, like I said, if
Don't tell him no more studs. Salaki, go ahead.
Hey, you know, but it's, you know, the evil that they done, and like I said, they had a Hamite with us. There was a friend of ours, you know, when we turned pro, so he was like handling all three of our career, myself, my brother, and this Hamite, David Israelite. You know, so you know, he was handling our career and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, the devil, we signed the contract that had us locked in. And we couldn't get out of the contract, you know. And to make a long story short, is he never did his job. He never did his job. And then like the thing that happened was after he got out of jail, he brought along with a loan shark. You know, and that's what goes on down in boxing is like they call him like a money man.
Right.
You gotta have a money man. A money man is those guys that stand around in the ring that nobody knows who the hell they are. But those are like the loan sharks that's backing everything. You got to be a money man. So he brought this money man with him, and that's the only reason why that I was like with him. I might stay with him because like he had this money man with him, and then he wouldn't let me out of the contract. And then like when all was all said and done, and the loan shark was going to let me go. The loan shark was a stand-up devil, you know, and like he was going to let me go out of the contract. He was going to let me go and just say, hey, and he was even going to pay me like severance pay, like this, hey, and he said, good luck with the rest of your career. He was going to let me go, and this Amalekite come back and call me on the phone, and Vincent, hey, you owe this type of money, you owe this, that, you know what, Bob, hey, he gave you this, he gave you that. Yeah, he gave you this. And then so I'm just like, damn, well, hey, okay, well, what it's going to cost me to stay in this contract? And he said, you're going to give both of us 20%. Both of us, I mean, what the hell? 20%? That's like 40% going to them. And then I got to pay my trainer. Then I got to pay my my manager, my Bobby Brown is my trainer manager. Got to pay him, and I got to pay my extra, my other trainer, Johnny. Right. Come on, I'm coming out with 30%.
That sounds like Don King trainer.
Hey, Don. Hey, but the funny thing is, he trained Don King.
He brought
Don King. He brought Don King into the game. He taught Don King everything he know, and he hated Don King so much. You know what I'm saying? Because Don King was a rat, but Don King just outsmarted him, and Don King got on top of him, and you saw what Don King did, and you know what I'm saying? But it was just, you know, it's so, like I said, I can feel Kanye, what he's talking about this Jewish man, this Jewish man. And it's like the things that he's brought out, you know, something, it's like it hit home so much, you know, because being locked into a contract, I mean, I went to the lengths of, I really wanted to kill him. I wanted to get some guns, and I knew just the brothers to get the dudes to get the guns from. I would get some guns, and I was going to go up, and I was going to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, I started thinking about so much things. Plus, I was a crazy Christian back then. You know what I'm saying? Right. But, you know, I was.
If I could, like that's the thing the oppressor, he'll never understand. Like,
John,
he'll back you into that corner.
John.
Stupid.
Yeah, John.
And then he'll turn around and say, see, you're just a bunch of animals. But meanwhile, he poking you like Siegfried and Roy, poking the lion in the damn circus, poking and nobody looking. And when it's showtime, the lion eat your ass. And now you make the lion look like he's just an old savage animal.
Yeah,
these handlers. Handlers. And okay, they're using that to create. They're using that word anti-Semitic, like how we use racism.
Yeah, that's
what they're using that word.
That's
for.
it.
That word now is like you're racist against the Jewish people.
Yeah,
this had nothing to do your race. This has to do with a description of criminalism. Like this has nothing to do with anti-Semitism.
That's it.
Has to do with
every
manager and lawyer in the music industry has Jewish ties. And it seems like you just take advantage of every artist, every entertainer, everywhere. Right. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's not anti-Semitism. There ain't nobody, you know, going against every single Jewish man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But those in there, you know what I mean? From all the way back from that Jerry Heller with NWA. You know what I mean? To the new that Jimmy IV, I ain't even sure. Check and see what he is. Check and see what Jimmy he's Jewish. That Jimmy IV shapes the world, brother.
Hey, Salaki, sir. And look, Salaki, sir, I just wanted to bring that out because I was on such a small level. I wasn't making millions and billions of dollars. I was on such a small level that they would take the pennies from me. They would take the pennies from me. And this is what Kanye is talking about, the Jewish man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I can really like understand what he's saying. Because saying I was on a small level and they were going to, I didn't have nothing and they was going to take the nothing I had. You know what I'm saying?
you can't have nothing. You literally can't have nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have negative nothing. So you know that. Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, I think this is Jimmy IV, and he is signing up next to Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? You know, he's huge in that music industry. You know, he worked real close with 50 Cent too. You know what I mean? Worked really close with 50 Cent when they was really young, when 50 and G Units and them was really young. Right? Like, he's responsible for a whole lot of entertainers in the industry. You know what I mean? You know, they really control what we hear. Yeah. They control everything we hear, which is kind of what I want to, you know, go into a little bit in addition to everything else. Where, okay, if it is that they control what we hear, can we now really just blame rap music for everything? Like now, if it is now that we know who is the one controlling what we hear, now let's ask the question: can we really blame it? Right. You get the point? Because that's the proof that shit ain't our, you know, music. You know what I mean? You have some trouble.
Like when you say you got about a Jewish man, he's trying to eat everything.
Yeah, come closer.
Oh, so he's trying to eat everything off of us. It's the same thing. Like whenever you get in an accident in the ghettos, they tell you to call Attorney Big Al. Attorney Big Al is a Jewish man. They got other attorneys. Top Dog, they're Jewish. So I remember being in an accident going through Attorney Big Al. When I got there, a Jewish man with a yarmulke on gave me my check and tried to tell me where to go cash my check. And he said, if you go down the street, you can cash your check there. I said, I just want to take this and put it to a bank account. He tried to say, well, you're gonna have to wait a couple of days. I said, that's fine, I can wait. But he wanted me to go cash my check at a Jewish check cashing place. It's like they really want all your shit. I mean, all your pennies.
Yeah, they want to take every little bit off the top. Every little bit off the top. You know what I mean? And they once again they act like this is anti-Semitism when this is not that. Y'all done sat in the so long, sitting off the top of everybody, and you have your hands in everybody's pockets. And not only you have your hands in everybody's pocket, you lock in these brothers and sisters into some contracts where you basically slaving them for their whole life. You know what I mean? You basically slaving them for their whole life. And it's this is the proof that in their community there's nobody who's accountable or nobody who has any high moral standing. Because no one can say, you know what, we do sometimes do this or we do sometimes do that. You know what I mean? Even amongst us, when the oppressor blames us for black on black crime and this and that, you have people from our community will come out and say, yes, we do have that type of problem and we'll fix that. You get the point? Like, we'll own up to the thing. But amongst them, they're defending that thing all the way. They ain't never coming out and saying, you know, what it really is.
If I could, Cap,
Please.
I was just gonna say Obadiah is so heavy in the sense that, you know, back then the prophets knew, like, listen, if thieves came by night, wouldn't they leave something? Like a pair of socks, a dirty pair of underwears or something. They gonna take my toothbrush. These devils got to get it all. They got to get every last bit. And that's, again, you know, it's just like if grape gatherers came, would they not leave some? You're gonna drop some grapes. No, he's picking up every red cent he can find. He wants it all. These are definitely our enemies according to the Bible.
Yep. And with no, you know, with no cut card, no check card or anything like that. You know what I mean? No cut card, no check card. I know this year too is really to a point where it should move us to a certain amount of jealousy, the way how they stick together and stick to their own. And they comfortable in taking advantage of like people who in their mind are less than them. Yet when it should move us to a position to say, well, that should be us on the right-hand side. You know, operating on the right-hand side, not taking advantage of nobody, but having the world pay tribute, which is what they, you know, positioning themselves to do. Right. They go into our community and they position themselves so everybody pays them, you know, pennies on the dollar. You know what I mean? Or dimes on the dollar. I can't even say pennies on the dollar. They break your dollar down. Right. You know what I mean? And that's really just what it is. So whatever Kanye experiencing, you know, they could call him crazy, but Dave Chappelle experienced the same thing. Who else? I.S.U.P.K experienced the same thing. Prince experienced the same thing. Remember he had to change his name?
Yeah.
Prince changed his name and certain he couldn't hold certain concerts because he couldn't go there as Prince.
And it's so heavy you bring on Dave Chappelle too, because recently I saw a video with Dave Chappelle, and he was doing one of his stand-up comedy, and he was telling people, do not look at the Dave Chappelle show on I think Netflix or HBO or one of them, one of the major TV networks.
It was Comedy Central, I think.
Yeah, one of them. Like he was telling them not to watch it because he can't even use his own name on another show.
Yeah, I think it's Central.
He said that the language in there that they use for the contract, you have to go get a lawyer and you have to trust that he know what the hell he reading.
Yep.
And then you're going to sign your name off on it. He said that he signed something saying some perpetual for a lifetime.
And all over the universe. Not even the world. They say all over the universe.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
he cannot use his name.
Yeah, he can't come back to the show saying Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah,
that's something else. Right. Yeah, I mean. So that's crazy, like as you're saying, and you know, they had the whole Viacom behind all of them. Comedy Central, I think that's what pushed him to do the deal with Netflix.
Right.
Because Netflix gave him something that's a little bit more respectable and, you know, allow him the artistic freedom to say whatever the hell he had to say. But you know, without the, you know, the knowledge of the Lord, that's what happens to our people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to be able to read a contract, but you have to know never trust that enemy.
That's all.
God. That's right.
You had to once you understand that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, then you know you might not understand legal jargon, but you will be in a position to say, you know what? Nah, that shit ain't right. I need to feed these people and that people, and the numbers ain't looking good, and this, that, the other.
Yeah.
But you know, them people they take advantage of our poverty.
Yeah.
You know,
and more and more I get to know or understand fully that these entertainers, they know who these so-called Jewish people are, but they're willing to take that. They're willing to take that co-starring role. They're willing to do it because, you know, I mean, Kanye West came out and said what he said. As I say, they may call him crazy, but is it the truth?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Let's examine it. Let's look at every institution, everyone. I mean, all your banks, all your insurance companies have some ties back to some Jewish person. You know what I mean? Especially if you go history on slavery. We could do the history on slavery. They insured the boats. They insured the slaves.
Right.
They did it. You understand? And now when you bring that up, now you're anti-Semitic. Now you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Donald Sterling, the owner of what basketball team was that?
LA Clippers.
Right. He came out and said the same thing Kanye was saying. Is he anti-Semitic? He said the same. Said they stick together. He said that, you know what I mean? He went in and said, if you borrow 10,000 from a Jewish man or from anybody Jewish, that's how much you're going to pay back. 10,000. You understand? They know they stick together. They know what Kanye was saying is true, but they don't want to be looked at as being, you know what I mean, evil, criminal. You understand? Like so-called Americans here, your oppressor here in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember when he had that whole scandal with the girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had that whole scandal with the girl. And, you know, he was talking mad shit about it. You know what I mean?
Nobody come out and say he racist against the brother who was Magic Johnson. Nobody come out and say that. They ain't boycott him. They ain't doing nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? But now all of a sudden Kanye West racist. Or I should say anti-Semitic.
Well, that's you said the word. You said the right word. You said the right. It's really they're calling them racist, but then once again they try. If they use the word racist, nobody would believe it because black people can't be racist.
Right.
No power to do nothing. So they had to say he's anti-Semitic. That's how they get the whole. It's like a not cat call. Let's call it the dog whistle. It's like a dog whistle to raise the herd up. You know what I mean? It's like Israel's ram's horn. Anti-Semitic. Oh, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like how you sort of say it, screaming fire in a full building. You know what I mean? It's like that's how they get everybody to, you know, rally behind them. Right. You know what I mean? And that's once again being in the world without the knowledge of the Lord. You know, I would say that's definitely one error that Kanye made by how he worded it. Who he was trying to attack, of course, was those in the industry.
Right.
You had to be very specific when you do. Because now, because of how he worded it, they all going to take the offense. You get what I'm saying? When he's not talking about every single person, he's talking about those who's in the industry. Right.
Yeah, and that's so heavy because he came out and said, like, whatever he was saying, he was hurt, and that's almost like what kind of relationship is that? Like Esau has a word for it. Patriarch. Like you in a relationship, but you love this person to death in a kind of way that, you know what I mean, that when they do hurt you or harm you, it's like your whole world flip upside down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it remind me of Christopher Dorner, where he loved, you know what I mean, the white man so much, the oppressor so much, that he wanted to do what? He wanted to kill them because he was devastated by what they did to him at the work. And the same thing, this is Kanye West work. So he is feeling, how to put it, like neglected by the people who he showed all his love to. Right. You understand? All his love to. Like they own the whole, you know what I mean, everything with they own. You know what I mean? And they just, you know what I mean, decide to do him something that he ain't fully pinpointing, but he feels hurt by it. And now he is, you know what I mean, that is his way crying out or protesting his love to them in a kind of way.
In a way, it's like a jilted lover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know, somebody who's totally obsessed with somebody else. And because now this thing ain't go how you thought it was going to go, your world is in pieces. But the way you had the affection or the love for them, it's almost like you feel entitled for it to be reciprocated then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like now you served them so well and did everything for them. Because remember, Kanye used to be in them interviews, name dropping. I'm here with Phil and this one and that one and this one from Balenciaga, and like he acting like he's homies with everybody.
He was happy.
Yeah, and now when all thy lovers have forsaken thee. Now this is the result of what it is. You know what I mean? But once again, Kanye, not too long ago, you said in your song, I ain't here to argue about his facial features.
Right.
I'm just here to tell everybody to believe in Jesus. Well, no problem. No problem. Now that tune had to change.
Good.
Now, the walk's got to change. You know what I mean?
And if you want to read the article.
So if I could. I'll go ahead, Cap.
No, I was
go
saying.
Ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
I was saying, asking Cap if you want to read the article. The article kind of heavy, but after you
definitely want to get to it. Definitely want to get to it. I have video I'm looking for here. I'm gonna play for you. But go ahead, you got what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking. Well, while I was talking, I was just really thinking. I was like, God damn, because I dealt with Italians. I dealt with what do you call it? I forget those people's name. What the hell are they?
Polish?
No, Irish.
Irish. Yeah. I dealt with Italians. I dealt with Irish. And they did some evil shit. That I was like really thinking like that. Those they were terrible. They were some evil bastards. You know what I'm saying? But none of them was as evil as a Jewish man. Is as evil as a Jewish man. Like I said, the Italians, I dealt with them, the Duvas, down in LA, I went to deal with the Irish, the Goosens and everything. But nobody was as evil as the damn the Jewish man. Nobody just was just that down slimy and cruddy as the Jewish man. And the crazy thing about it is everybody in boxing knew about this Amalekite. And when I dealt with the other Italians and Irish, they would say, "Oh damn, well they use him with him. Oh man, good man. Yeah, I met him. Yeah, this and that." So right. I don't want. So people can't just think that we just like piling on with Kanye saying. Of course we, what I'm saying, we know about the Jewish man. Right. And goddamn, the Jewish name, what he stole our birthright and shit. What the hell? I'm telling everybody he's a Jew. Right. Making everybody think he's a Jew. That's the worst of all.
Right. When he's a German, a Polish, a Russian, he's everything but a Jew.
Yeah.
Gone. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw the video with Nori after the whole thing with Kanye. Oh boy, this brother here was in way over his head. That's how the saying go.
That's right.
I'm thinking to do. These past 3 days, there's been a lot going on. 2 different audiences from Boosie to Kanye. People wanting this, people not wanting this, people not wanting that. And I'm starting to realize free speech ain't free. People gotta pay for free speech. I'm just not one that's willing to do it.
Wow.
So I got a lot of thinking, a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? But things might not be the same. Because things ain't the same. But I'm gonna stay positive.
I'm not on the beach and he looking over his shoulder.
Listen, the Calvin said he had to get 3 bloods. He had to get 3 bloods to do this damn this even an interview. He just went live on the beach somewhere. And that nigga look over his shoulder. Listen, freedom of speech ain't free, nigga.
He looking for Kanye.
No, he looking for the boogie man. He looking for a crime. That's who he looking for. He over his shoulder looking for mazel tov. He looking for, a crime. That's who he looking for. Looking for a bar mitzvah. That's what he looking
for. Right.
Can I say something about this yet? Hello?
Yeah, please, Ash.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know this guy is Ephraim, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about this cat right here is I call him a lambong. A lambong is somebody who go licking ass, somebody else's ass. You know what I'm saying? But the big way, you know what I'm saying? But when I heard him say, "We love Jewish people, we love Jewish people," to me in my brain, you know, like that solidified what I always thought about ghetto, you know, people in the ghetto. Not all, but you do have a good portion of brothers and sisters who are Uncle Toms and Aunt Jemimas from the ghetto. Nori is a great example of that. You know what I mean? Like instead of standing and understanding, I'm from New York City. I'm from Left Rack. Left Rack is the ghetto. Who owns a lot of property in the Left Rack? The Jewish man. And in Left Rack, we suffered the same way a lot of our brothers and sisters in New York City suffered for a long time because of the Jewish man. You know, because of the Jewish man, put a lot of families out in the streets. You know, had abandoned buildings burnt because of the Jewish man. But then you get money, you got your show, and now you come and say, we love the Jewish people, knowing full well what they did, knowing the families and lives that they destroyed, but we love Jewish people. This guy, to me, he's an Uncle Tom from that point on. You know what I'm saying? I understand Kanye, he said what he said, but this cat right here should have just shut the hell up, period, and just say, well, you know, he could have played it off and say, I wasn't expecting what he said, but he said what he said, you know, and that's that, and just roll with it. But you know, he trying to defend his interest at the cost of all the other Puerto Ricans and all the other black people, you know what I'm saying, and all the lives that were destroyed. He just cared about his interest, and that he's just losing respect. You know, that's all I want to say at this chat.
It definitely is. You for sure right. Like he had an opportunity to stand and, you know, let the Lord honor him. But okay, this is like a catch-22. Without people like him, the Jewish man cannot prosper.
Yeah.
And they put them in place, in position, just for that cause. So in one side, what you're saying, Ash, is absolutely right. But on the other hand, that's who he is. I can't, you know, I can't hold him at any higher esteem or expect anything else from him. This brother smoking 3 blunts. His show is called Drink Champs. They get high and drunk.
Yeah.
You know what his life got to be like? And he was some brother who was in jail too, and not recently, but his career ended damn near. I don't think he had a long musical career. Like I think he was dragged through the mud, just like how Mace and
No, it was a partner. Capone was the one in jail, but he did spend some time in jail before they got put on.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is his career ain't really take off like somebody where he's a powerful dude. Like you could tell this guy is gathering scraps and whatever they give him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's really, you know, I don't want to say a punk, but they're punking him.
Yeah.
You understand? Like that's what they're doing to him. They're punking him. Like this, like, okay, this interview here is bad. Not interview, but this tape is bad. He had 3 blunts, bro. All the scriptures say, and in his mouth is like a burning fire.
God
damn, Nori. What?
That's right.
God. Like that's the stress that puts this brother under. And unless you have a whole ton of money and billions and power to resist this Amalekite, to resist this so-called Jewish man, that's going to be you. He is going to come in there and take everything from you. There's another interview, I think it was with Breakfast Club. And boy, he really was cupping please in that interview. He was like, listen, man, I didn't know, you know. He said, I wish we never did it. I'm looking for the clip because it's things about 15 minutes long.
I saw it.
You saw what I'm talking about, right?
I saw it, yeah. And even what's his name? Charlemagne was telling what all you have to do is just put it on Kanye. You know, like Charlemagne was kind of telling him, don't really apologize because it's not your fault. You know, but
Well,
he
once
said,
again, you have to look at the difference. Charlemagne is somebody who they like and is a little bit higher up the pecking order than Nori. Nori is not that Charlemagne caliber person. Just like P. Diddy is a little bit higher up the pecking order. Right. What's this guy? Nick Cannon. Yeah, he a little bit higher up the pecking order. So they're able to flip it and spin it and sit down there and be the punching bag. Nori you know what Nori get caught in? He get caught in a gang warfare on 2 blocks.
He get caught in the crossfire.
Say again?
He get caught in the crossfire.
Caught in the crossfire. He just come there to have a good time and whoop niggas. They shoot. Oh, made you look. That's what happened to Nori. Nori come there. He just getting high and drinking. Let's clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Oh yeah. Oh, that's heavy, man. Oh yeah. Woo. That's deep. That's Nori. He's sitting down there, brother, doing his little, show, a little drink charm show. And the bullets start flying, and Nori, look, this is who it is, brother. You think he gonna stand up strong? He can't. 3 blunts. He need 3 blunts on a beach.
Oh boy!
Man, it's rough. It's a rough situation with that thing there, and that's damn near the war we fighting, where Kanye gonna stand up and say what he's saying, but I ain't hear Kanye come out and say nothing against them for what they're doing to Nori.
Right.
Like I ain't hear Kanye come out and say, what y'all doing to Nori is wrong. What y'all doing to Drink Champs is wrong.
So lucky he did make a statement on what's his name? On Nori.
Okay.
He said that you all can't blame Nori for doing this. He said he explained that on the show.
Okay.
That Nori is he know about the politics.
Yeah.
He explained to I think it's 2 days after I saw an interview with him. Somebody interviewed Kanye and he explained Nori and he was trying to tell them, leave Nori out of this.
That was honorable. That was absolutely honorable because this brother here, he's not a solid journalist.
Yeah.
The brother had a bomb ass idea to get Israel to tune in so he could make some money. And it just took off. Drink Champs, and that's he take our culture and sell it. That's what we do. In every Israelite house, you buy some good liquor, you're not throwing away the bottle. You ain't saving it for shit, but you're saving it.
Right.
And all the bottles on the table and they're just talking and laughing and getting high and talking and laughing. That's just Israelite culture. Not Israelite, but as a people, our people in the world, that's what we do. And he just turned the cameras on and he interviewed a whole ton of celebrities, from the highest level to the lowest. And that's what he on. Like you can't really blame him for that. But the Jewish man is going to punish him, and he's going to punish him for a reason. Ain't nan nigga. I told that Project Pack. Ain't nan nigga who have a platform like that would ever think
about doing that.
About entertaining anybody who speaks against him again. Right. That's what they want to do. They want to make an example of Nori.
Yeah, and that's why the UPK, the law gonna make it known. Commander GEN.YAHANNA is going to be on one of them shows. What should I say? He's gonna have to. That's right. He's gonna have to because they're gonna have to come. They're gonna have to come and get him, get him to speak on all the issues. Somebody will come get him. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it's not. If you look at the so-called like the Americans, the area nations, you understand? Them men don't like the so-called Jewish man for whatever reason. You understand? For whatever reason. You understand? Our Kanye West said was they have all the money. They're the ones in the rap, in your contracts, this, that, the other, and that's anti-Semitic. That is anti-Semitic. That is what you want to burn his shoes up for, his clothes. Right? Goodwill don't even want to take his clothes. You understand?
Yeah.
They don't want to take his clothes because of what was said. I losing it somewhere. I think I'm going crazy.
Nah, listen. This is what they're doing to Kanye is like a career lynching. It's like a professional lynching. That's what they do to Kanye is like what they do to Kanye is for what they do to Putin. The embargoes is being put on Kanye right now because he don't want to accept the mark of the beast. That's damn near what it is. Right. Because he don't want to accept the mark of the beast. Now, he can buy and sell. You know what I mean? And really, because he's in the business of buying and selling. He can't do nothing for his athletes leaving his sports company. You know what I mean? Like they putting embargoes on him because he don't want to accept, Caesar, as his Lord and Savior. He don't want to accept Amalek as his Lord and Savior. At the point, like that's really what they're doing to him, and they have to do that to discourage anybody else who have that level of power to come out. Boy, if these Negroes start waking to hell up, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. They ain't paying you all this money for you to come and talk against them.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember a couple of weeks ago, Kanye had pulled away from Gap, and Gap, while he doing the interview, the Gap stock going down. I don't know if you all saw that.
Yeah.
He had a little. He doing the interview with ABC. He have a little window with the Gap stock right next to him, and I see the interview. He telling the white woman, "There's only one person in this world who could save Gap. Let me see who, if you're smart enough to know who it is." And the Gap stock just going down. Like he was hurting them. And then for this to come now, for them to act like they don't need him, they really now joining in the the gangbang down there. So that the Jewish man will come and bail them out from all that money that Kanye pulled from them.
That's like an industrial Me Too movement on Kanye.
Exactly.
An industrial Me Too. What that is.
They do the R. Kelly on Kanye. They're peeing on Kanye. They have Kanye on They're sending him on Epstein Island. Right. They're going to ragdoll him.
Yeah. Hey, if I could say something real quick. Right after that incident on Drink Champs, right? So there's this program called Dolly, right? And Dolly, you type inside the text box something in your mind, whatever you want to see drawn out, right? And it'll draw it out, using the AI, whatever it is, whatever you imagine, and you could type it out. It'll draw out an original painting from your thought, from words into an image, right? So I put in, and this is right after the incident in Drink Champs. So I put in Kanye West in graphic art, right, to see if it would draw it out. And literally, the AI was like, cannot produce this. Cannot produce this. I kept trying to change the variation. It would not produce anything with Kanye West. And that's how they thinking, damn, they got control, like their hands in everything. I tested out again using Method Man. Poop shows up. I use other thoughts and everything show up. But I try to do with Kanye West, even as a plush star, and nothing. I'm like, these Amalekites are for sure got everything on lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. It's at the point now. How this whole thing rolling is like I don't know if you remember that movie The Net with Sandra Bullock. It was an old school movie. It was about the internet before the internet. Right? It was about the internet before the internet came out. They made a movie called The Net. And they introduced the internet back then. And they were showing you how it's so easy to just wipe you out as society by the push of a button. Right. And just get everybody to forget about you. Meanwhile, they freeze your bank account, they freeze this, they freeze that. And you running around trying to live, and you out. Right. You out the whole system. Right. I think they freeze this now here. God damn. You should see this.
Right now.
It is, Captain.
You frozen.
At my TikTok account that I had, one day I just did a lesson on anti-Semitic. That was the last time they kicked my ass right out of TikTok.
Wow.
Just for teaching a lesson. on anti-Semitic.
Sure.
Kick me right out.
Soon it's gonna be over. Soon it's gonna be over. That they take talk like the clock. Soon it's gonna be the end. They're gonna run out of time real quick. And they let them keep ticking and talking. Soon.
Done.
Don't worry about none of that. Yeah, I gotta pull up another story here.
Shalaki, Cap.
So I just want to salute out. I just want to salute out everybody. You know, I'm about to roll again. But anyway, Shalom, for having me at least even brief.
Yeah, just rocket that.
Go ahead, Napatas, Salaki.
Yes, sir. Khan, if I could, before you move to another story, I just wanted to quickly piggyback that story with a new one. I don't think it's on the list, but I just wanted to read a little bit about Kyrie Irving. Has everyone heard about that?
Yeah, that's the one I'm just pulling up on the computer. That's freezing right now. That's the one I'm just pulling up. And brother, the article just freezing on the computer.
I got it if you want me to get it.
Go ahead. One of you read for me. I'm gonna just pull up the brother picture.
This one is the Rolling Stone.
Is Napatas, that's the Rolling Stone one you wanted?
This one is a different one, but it's basically the same story, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Whoever have it, go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the picture.
Kyrie Irving boosts anti-Semitic movie peddling Jewish slave ships. So this he posted on his Twitter on Friday. This Thursday that just passed. Kyrie Irving shared an Amazon movie that came out in 2015. That was a 2018 film that was directed by Arnold Dalton Jr. Based upon his 2015 book of the same name. A description of the film that states it uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel. While a similar one of the books reads, since the European and the Arab slave traders stepped foot into Africa, blacks have been told lies about their heritage. Both suggest Hebrews to Negroes espouse ideas in line with most extreme fractions of the Black Hebrew Israelites, which have a long history of misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and especially anti-Semitism. The Black Hebrew Israelite movement is fairly broad, comprising organizations that operate semi-independently. The movement generally consolidates around the notion that Black people are the real descendants of the ancient Israelites, or with the more extreme fractions claiming that Black people have been robbed of their identity as being God's chosen people.
Salaki, if I could. Okay, I ain't never heard of this movie.
Yeah, me.
I don't know. This thing had the damn ancient Hebrew.
Yep, that's why I'm watching there too. The side, the ma.
If I could.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Napatas Salaki.
Yeah, Khan, sir. I was just saying, this book, I actually read this book before I came into the school. It was like one of the books that I read, that led me on the path to, finding the home of the truth, of course. Right. But the dude who wrote it, he made a movie out of the book. And that book, it's not very the movie's not very popular because I haven't even known about it. But the book was, kind of a big thing. I remember walking through the airport with a book before I got into the truth. And white people was turning around looking at the book and like, man, that's very interesting. And the thing that got me,
hold up, what is it?
Very interesting.
The bus driver. Hey, the bus driver was like, man, that just makes you think. I'm like, yeah, it does.
Was the bus driver Caucasian or black?
Absolutely.
He was Caucasian?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's like,
keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like they look like I'm purposely walking with the book so people can see it. But it always catches them off guard. And one of the things I just wanted to get an excerpt real quick. It said in this article, it says I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. And okay, I'm not bigging this brother up because he not in here, but of course, you know, he uncovered some truth about being, you know, black people being Israelites. And so when they say disinformation, that's to let people know like this is like low education. It's kind of the same thing that Max Kellerman did in that interview when he was talking about, I think it was Deshaun Jackson. Like they do that. They say those key words so it'll throw black people off the scent of the trail. You know what I mean? Like this, there's no like just saying that it's disinformation kind of discredits, you know, Kyrie and the brother who wrote the book as something. Well, black people, you shouldn't pay attention to this. So I just want to call that out. That's something evil.
And one other thing too, like that disinformation that goes with academia, and with academia, if they don't have you on a list of names of being like a scholastic writer or having some type of credentials, they do not look at your research as being true whatsoever.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that book we have in the school that we read in the school, the
Babylon to Timbuktu.
Yes, schools do not look that as being a scholastic book, so you can't quote that in any university. They wouldn't acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying?
They all like to question his research.
Yeah.
But his research matches up with, you know, other books that they deem scholastic. You know what I mean? His research does match up. You know what I mean? What's his name? Not William C. Roden. What's his name again? Rudolph Windsor. Rudolph Windsor. Right, I think he's the same brother that wrote Valia Dry Bones.
Yes.
He wrote Black India too?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he wrote Black India. But Valia Dry Bones is a couple books he wrote like that. You know what I mean? Still up in the patterns are good, brother.
No, that was it, sir. I just wanted to call that out. That disinformation is a key word that they use to throw black people off the center of the trail for sure.
And this is the other thing too. If I could just, I'm gonna get to you in the camera. Remember, Kyrie Irving was the one who they had already kind of blackballed from the vaccine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're saying he crazy, he this, he that, he a rebel. Remember, and then he didn't want to come practice. He didn't want to come play.
Right.
Because they wanted everybody to be in the stadium, in the arena with the vaccine. He didn't take it. So they're already going to use that to add this, you know, to make it more like he's just a heretic. You know what I mean? So I can go to that.
And then what you were saying, Captain, the part is the person who said that is Joe Tsai. He's Kyrie Irving plays for the Brooklyn Nets, right? He plays for the Brooklyn Nets. That's the person that said that is the owner of the Nets. He's Jewish. So Joe Tsai said, I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us. And as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, and religion.
This is him here. I think that's him. Josiah TSEI.
Yeah. I think, and this is the thing, I want them to come out and say what is anti-Semitic, like meaning literally, you know what I mean, right, or say what it is that they're saying is anti-Semitic.
And Kyrie Irving doubled down the next day. The next day, they said the article says he came back with a non-apology. So he tweeted, "I'm an omnist, and I meant no disrespect to anyone's religion or beliefs. The anti-Semitic label is being pushed on me. The anti-Semitic label that is being pushed on me is not justified and does not reflect the reality or the truth that I live in every day. I embrace and want to learn from all walks of life and religions."
But once again, like he really, he's no different than what Nori's saying. Like it is, you know, everybody, you know, could say something when it's popular to say something. But you know, in here we train to be in season and out of season. You know what I mean? Like you gonna say that what he said about the anti-Semitic label is true. They're pushing that thing as a protection, like how black people say, well, that's racism. They're pushing it like that. However, that whole thing where he love everybody and he trying to learn from everybody, that's to appease them. That's to charm the slave.
Right.
That's to charm the slave. And, Nori couldn't even charm the snake. Nori had to calm his nerves. No. He had to go suck on the beach and walk around.
Yeah. and too, you can see Nori still has some street in him. So he don't have the eloquence, or you don't have the money to pay for a publicist to write, or you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not on their level. He's somebody that just making money off of. Like did he know them crew from back in the day? They have the show, they put them on Revolt, pull them in. But did he say Revolt was supposed to be a black network where you could come on there and say whatever you want and do whatever you want? Yet still, once the Jewish man talk, Revolt reject him. He was revolting from Revolt. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like there's freedom comes with a price. And that's what people don't understand. Like a free man, and that's why it's so hard to get our people out of slavery. Because slavery is comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm Kanye and I want to say slavery. This nigga first slavery is comfortable. But it's comfortable because things are provided for you. It's comfortable. But a free man, you could do what you want, but you still gonna have to go get your own meat. You're gonna have to get your own timber. You're gonna have to get your own water. You're gonna have to save your own life. And that takes work, that takes dedication, it takes sacrifice. You're going to have to pay something for that, to be able to enjoy those programs.
That's it. Salaki, sir, if I could. It's a beautiful thing what the Most High is doing, the way He's blowing the top off everything. And the thing is, it's like the Jewish man been skating along for a long time, and nobody not knowing how evil he was. So when Kanye come out with this, now everybody, the man who they call crazy, now he come out with something heavy, and now it's like people looking at the I.S.U.P.K. like, oh, that's what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like the people, like I said, the ignorant people that was on the fence that wasn't listening, now they're saying, oh, well, that's what they was talking about, But where the Most High is working, He's waking us, waking Israel, the ones who are sitting back and not thinking, and now they listening like, wait a minute, what this? Then he's seeing how evil the Jewish man is, and how everybody's following the Jewish man. They looking like, who is the real evil? All this time you talking about Putin, you're talking about Bin Laden. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people looking back. They looking like Don Corleone in The Godfather. Like, oh damn, it was Barzini all along. He being stuck, and now we get surprised. Like, oh snap, it's him. He's the one. He's the evil. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's following the evil Jewish man. Look, now he want to turn it back on Kanye. Now everybody say, oh yeah, Kanye, he's terrible. They say anti-Semitic is worse than a Ku Klux Klan man. Now the anti-Semitic is good Lord. It's like, people seeing who the real evil is. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing what the Most High is doing. The Most High is blowing everything up. And it's all to free us. All for the free us.
You're so right, God. Like they rely on the fact that, like, us as a people, we have what they call that 9-day memory. And that, we don't remember things within the UPK. Commander General doesn't teach us to remember everything they do. Remember, these Jewish people was the ones taking all the N95 masks out of the hospitals in New York, selling them on eBay. Well, Trump had to send the FBI to raid the Hasidic neighborhoods. Right. I'm gonna put the picture of this video right now. You understand? That's them people. They was the ones also who was taking all that Section 8 housing in the Hispanic community in New York in Castle Hill. No, it was somewhere in New York. One of them New York boroughs. They was taking all the goddamn Section 8 and then re-renting it back to Israel at a higher rate. You know what I mean? So, like they're really skating on the fact that, you know, people may not remember the shit they be doing. But we will remember everything that they do as a you know, and they call it business. They go in the Bible and say, well, you know, you can't charge usury to each other, but to y'all, we could charge this and we could do this. And like that fool who made the rebuttal video against Kanye. Saying,
Michael Rappaport, whatever.
Not Rappaport, some no-name Jewish man who responded to Kanye and he said, you know, he said in the Jewish community, they teach their people certain things. And he said one thing they teach their people to do is, you know, to get a business and to work together. And maybe if you teach your people to do that, you wouldn't be so angry at other people. It's damn near like a stab at black people to say, y'all don't teach your young people anything any goddamn way. So what's the angry about? You know what I mean? It's damn. I'm trying to look for him. I just had his picture up here. This fool, right? He did a whole. I ain't gonna play the tape, but he did a couple videos about, you know, Kanye West and black people and what Jewish people teach their children and teach their community. Really saying that we don't have a culture. And that's why Kanye is angry. And black people get behind Kanye and be angry. And in the end, he say, maybe if you all teach each other this thing, you wouldn't be so angry. In other words, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
In other words, really, you just don't want to work and come together with your own. So you mad when we do it. Nobody is mad at your business game. Nobody is mad at you going into business and making legitimate business. What we mad at is you taking advantage of us.
That's right.
That's what we upset about. You take advantage of us, and we don't have a pretty label like anti-Semitic to protect our people everywhere.
That's right.
That's right.
If we had a pretty label like that, if Brittany Griner was Jewish, she'd have never been in a jail in Russia.
Right.
That's right.
Jewish people get high. They smoke weed. They pop pills too. But if she was Jewish, they would have said anti-Semitism, and she'd have been free.
Right.
Would have been free. We don't have that anti-fancy label to protect us where we go. So you get to take advantage of us, the quote unquote the worst of us, the ones who don't have any other choice. We had to sign this contract to take this money and take care of the family and this, that. Mother need dialysis, grandmother getting ready to lose her foot. This one needs some kind of expensive cancer medicine, and you come with a $5 or $10 million contract. I'm not reading that shit, nigga.
Right.
Just show me the money.
God.
Yeah, I ain't reading that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of seeing my auntie come back or my older brother come back with the arms with the warts on it from the dialysis machine, from when they stick them up with different parts with the machine to go and drain his blood every week because his kidney failed. So when you come in there, Shalom Aleichem, and give me a $10 million contract that really trapping me for the rest of my life, I'm not going to look. Because my mind is on my family and the different things I had to do. And this case of trying to beat and that. Oh, 10 million, no sweat, bring it. I'll wrap whatever. It's crazy.
That power cap is the power that they wield is amazing. To be able to stop a people from identifying as a people, and it's labeled, like you said, that label is so powerful for them because you. Just imagine you trying to say, I identify as this, even in the world that we live in today, where you could damn identify as a cat. You say, I'm a damn cat, and meow, and you'll be a cat. Like, even in today's time, you can't say that you're a specific race of people without them slapping this label on you. And it's so, like, the man of sin, I pray, like what Captain Yagarwap was bringing out, the man of sin is being revealed, because now, like, if enough of these, you know, of course we gonna do our thing in ISUPK, but enough, you know, black people stand up and say, hey man, listen, we are the real Jews. Like, now they got to answer some questions, because there's too many people saying it now. You know, we've been saying it since '69. Whoever else gonna say it, they gonna, Lord willing, raise those flags, and people, black people, get back on that trail, start sniffing, start researching, start doing your research. You're gonna find that we are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Yeah,
That's right.
and then they have the answers they got to answer, because what they're going to say now when black people, when they find out that black people is really the Israelites, what they're going to say about Israel, that land that they stole, that England and America came together to steal. You understand? What they're going to do now is anti-Semitic, because you can't share that land with black people. You can't share wealth with black people. You can't do that. You understand? You being the real racist. You are the one being racist.
Yeah.
You understand? But you know what I mean? Who am I to say? You know what I mean? Say that if the canceling Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just give it time. Let's give it time.
Okay.
Like,
Hey, so like a Cap, I wanted to salute everybody out. I was gonna dip out on y'all.
No sweat, no sweat. Tawada for coming through. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, Tawada for having me on too. Shalom, Yahabashim, Yashabakatham.
Yeah, like you so right with that, matter of fact. Like, okay, like they ain't gonna have no other choice. But okay, at this point, I think they already know what's going on, because the tide done turning to the point where they quit fighting against it as much, and they're making movies and content to be that disinformation back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I don't know if you remember a few years ago, History Channel did a series on Lot with the angels, and the angels was like Moabites and Japanese and all that type of shit. And they try. Yes, they're trying to say this thing that exists, but the angels is a different color to what the Bible say. You know what I mean? Remember when that TV show came on, the Borgias? For years he was on the street saying that, and then they come out with the Borgias, and damn near with the truth about how Caesar was, how he was with Lucretia, the whole Borgia family. You know what I mean? So they already recognize, okay, this thing is going to start a turn, so they're trying to get ahead of it. And now you have them coming back with, Coming to America 2.0 with this Wakanda movie.
Right.
That Wakanda Forever is a super African push.
Yeah.
That's a huge African push. And it's going to affect, the black people if they ain't sharp enough.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they ain't sharp enough. So where y'all want to go? Y'all want to move on to a couple of them stories? You know what I mean? Oh, you wanted the one with Kanye, that first one?
Yeah, if we could have read that, because they're trying to say that he like with a Hitler.
Let's get it.
It was Hitler.
Yeah, please.
Kanye West has a fascination for Adolf Hitler, according to a disturbing report. CNN broke a story that explains Kanye West's anti-Semitic comments. Those who keep talking about Kanye West's mental illness might change their minds when they find out about a troubling report from CNN. They reached out to one of the rapper's former business executives and revealed information that will hurt his reputation even more.
Now, once again, this is their pushback against Kanye. Of course, all of this is a lie,
right?
You know what I mean? But this is their pushback, because if this was true, why this ain't come out before?
Right.
This could have been out before,
right,
long ago. How he's a secret Nazi,
right?
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
As it turns out, Kanye West's anti-Semitic comments have a very specific origin and are not a coincidence. The Yeezy creator has a deep admiration for none other than Adolf Hitler. That's right, the man who nearly brought the world to its knees due to his divisive ideas and hate speech, Mr. Nazi Party himself, Adolf Hitler, is one of Kanye West's biggest idols.
Right, and this is how you know that. Okay, this just so-called Jewish man, this small hat man, he's very crafty.
Right.
Yeah.
Like read that last part again, where it said the Hitler brought the world to its knees with what?
Kawaka. That's right. The man who nearly brought the world to its knees due to his decisive ideas and hate speech.
Decisive ideas and hate speech was not what World War II was about.
Exactly.
It was about bombs and guns
Kawaka, sir.
and you know, soldiers storming in Normandy. You know what I mean? And what the Code 45, this one was not hate speech and not no ideas.
Right.
Like no, they're trying to equate what Hitler did with what Kanye is doing. Kanye ain't locking nobody up and gassing nobody.
Right.
Kanye ain't locking you into a damn contract and trying to, you know, take your life for the rest of your life, have your children enslaved to them.
Right.
He ain't doing nothing like that. So for you to word it in a way like that, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, and what's so crazy too, Cap, is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I think he spoke of Hitler also too. And then America itself, Hitler got his whole foundation from America. So what are they? I mean, what are they saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What are they saying? Because Kanye West makes some reference to Hitler about whatever, who knows that he's anti-Semitic? That's just, as I said, that's just them trying to, you know what I mean, paint a certain character, how to stain Kanye West's character. You know what I mean? Trying to put him against us. You understand? Where he's doing so many of us. Like when some crime happened, they like to do what? They like to go put the brother up, his whole criminal record up.
Yeah.
And say he's smoking weed, he did this, he's a trouble. You know what I mean? The whole works they like to do, like they just like to paint a picture so that the public, or more so black people, will see that this is justified, what we're about to do this person here right now. You understand? This force we're about to put on him is justified. You understand? That's just their way of, I mean, what they fit into do in the near future. When you see it happening, you remember in these words, you remember Hitler. You just have to remember Hitler. Oh, yeah, he deserved that.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Yep. And of course, this is the, I guess, the executive who you know, came and said, I can't believe a white woman when it comes to a black man being tried in the media. Like a white woman like they should just, you know, make a standard for witnesses when it comes to black men being tried. Right. White women lie. They've been lying. Ask Emmett Till, ask Rosewood, ask Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. They've been lying. When it comes to black men, I can't trust, you know, nothing she say out her damn mouth.
That's right.
You know what I mean? She's anti-black as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they putting out, the Jewish people putting out anything also. I didn't even know Adidas was German owned or was a German company until Kanye said the Jews are black. Now all of a sudden they try to say, oh well, yeah, see, it makes sense. Kanye, you know, he even joined Adidas. It's a German owned company. Like they just try to pull anything out there behind. He tried to go to Nike at first. Nike didn't want.
Nike took him on, but they gave him that same slave deal. Because that first shoe he had was a Nike shoe. That first shoe with the strap in the middle that, you know, brothers, you know, go crazy for now. That was a Nike shoe. But they've tried to put him in that same type of thing. And he went over to Adidas, which is just the rivalry. Once again, once you're a slave, you just shop in slave masters. You shop in plantations. Which plantation giving me the best deal? Which plantation, you know, has the, you know, the best cotton to pick? Like you ain't thinking about freeing everybody else and doing all this. You know what I mean? Like Lord be with him. He highly frustrated him now. But you know, he's an entertainer first. He's a rapper, producer, designer, whatever else, but he's not a priest of the Lord. He ain't no prophet. You know what I mean? He ain't no prophet. His integrity is going to be tested, and he's going to fold like everybody else. That's right. He's going to fold. He's going to come back and, you know, make our apology a nice, smooth talk. Some of our people are going to be heartbroken.
God.
You know, I ain't gonna be angry with him. Shit, he out there. I expect him to do that. I expect him to do that. He gonna follow after Nick Cannon. He gonna follow after John Jackson. They make everybody apologize. They make it, you know what I mean?
Salagi, sir.
You are. Go ahead.
Yeah, Salagi, sir. Yeah, I mean, I would just piggyback what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. You know, but you know what I'm saying? For the brother, I pray the brother just really wise up and come in here, come in these doors, you know, and just really learn the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they coming at him. They're going to come at him hard. They're going to come at him hard and just, you know what I'm saying? And it should wake up. Like I said, it should wake up the blacks and Hispanics who always like watched us and who are on the fence, like I said before. You know, it should really just, you know, really show them, you should see is who the real devil is. And like, what are they doing? What are they doing to this brother? Because he said black people are Jews. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out and say that the white people wasn't Jews.
That's
you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't even, you know, he didn't come like that. He said we're also Jews, you know.
That's
He didn't come with that. The black man is the Jew, and the white man are, you know, Karzites, you know, the Amalekites of the Bible. He didn't come like that. He came and said we're also Jews, and you should see it because the evil that's going against that brother, you know. And then like you said, hey, he's not in here. He got to get in here.
Right.
He got to get in here. You know what I'm saying? Because they like wolves with sheep going at a sheep right now. You know what I'm saying? Just taking everything. And look, they taking all of the goddamn money and shit. Goddamn. The white man is showing us he's the devil. He's showing that he's the devil. And look, and like I said before, the Jewish man, good crazy, that's the slimiest beast. I mean, come on, you should know he's evil because he's called himself a Jew.
Right.
So he called himself a Jew, and then this brother comes out and say we are Jews. You know what I'm saying? Come on, who's really the imposter? Who's the imposter? The imposter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, hey, I just pray the brother just, you know, have enough guts to come in here. Because up in here, we have no cowards. We say no cowards. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to lose anything.
That's right.
You know, Yahweh Christ said, you're going to lose everything. He told the rich man to sell everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I pray the brother just wise up. You know what I'm saying?
He for sure could get a broom and a mopping bucket.
God.
Comes up in here.
God.
Way that all black people come in here and learn the truth. What's more is all them people who listening to him and wondering about the truth. Kanye West gonna be just fine. He gonna no matter where he fall. No matter where he fall, he gonna be just fine. The best place for him is to come up in here and Command GEN.YAHANNA got the program for him. And he gonna be the young man till a trooper and his can out of one can. And Kanye ain't no album until he officer 500. Right. Hell out, learn some scriptures, learn to speak. Quiet, Shemai, you're not unsway in the morning, nigga. Right. Shut your mouth.
That's right. Come on,
relax. Do some push-ups, Kanye. Right.
That's right. That's right.
You get the right teaching, but more so is black men and black women, Hispanic and Native Indian men and women who don't have the cushion Kanye has. Right. And
that's right.
Where they really need to come up in here and really get strong. Because Kanye still have how much million followers? He still have how much they say 120 million in the bank? Yep. Like he good. What about the rest of us got to work with these damn, oppressors, on a Saturday and pick up the phone because it's the Shabbat. You know what I mean? Push the button on the elevator because it's the Shabbat. Like that's who needs to come up in here.
That's right.
And also too, that's proof that we're still in slavery. You understand? That's proof that we're still in slavery. As Christ told his disciples, you know what I mean? Look at that dollar. Take that money out your pocket. Kanye West, take that money out your bank account and see the faces on it. And Christ said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, but unto the Most High render unto him. You understand? And Kanye West better do it. You know what I mean? And not cave in.
Right.
Understand? Want money, get them back all the money, but keep your integrity.
That's it.
Keep your integrity, because that's the only thing as a black man you could have until Christ return is your integrity. Take all the money, take your house, everything, but your integrity, the Lord requires it. That belongs to the Most High.
And to watch the truth, I.S.U.P.K on Commander GEN.YAHANNA for giving us strength, because you know what I'm saying, we can see actually this is an opportunity to see how powerful we are. Like, none of these companies need niggas to promote and advertise to become rich. Like Adidas or Nike, Jordan got his own shoe, but Nike would not. They would not be billionaires without us. Just like Kanye, as Captain Shock saying, he leaves Adidas and the stock drops down. All these companies, Fashion Nova, they got to get all these people to advertise it. Black people to advertise this stuff, man. It been like that since the beginning. Niggas have been the hottest commodity. Niggas have been the hottest commodity since forever. Like, we've been picking cotton,
right? We've
been building America, we've been beating its blood, and now today, NFL, once we realize that we the chosen people, how special we are, and how much these companies need us. Like, if black people could say, okay, well, we're not, because a lot of black people online also saying too, because Adidas, they still using Kanye West's a little bit of his design,
right,
in his shoe. Some black people online are saying, Adidas, you think because you got Kanye's a little bit of his designs that we're gonna still wear your shoes? No, we only wearing your shoes because it was Kanye West that was with your company.
But okay, now this is the other thing. They murder Michael Brown damn near on tape. They murder Eric Garner damn near on tape, and you know, we as a people, our response wasn't strong. You know, where we at now? We in October.
Yeah.
Black Friday, Adidas gonna have a blowout sale and make go up money. Black Friday and Cyber Monday. No, there ain't nobody gonna care about it, brother. Nobody is not gonna care about it. They're gonna go right back to selling and shopping and buying and just saying, well, it's a shoe, whatever. Which really it is a shoe, but if it is, we gonna really stand on something. We got to stand all the way. Like how the Jewish man stands on something. When he stands, he's standing all the way on it. You know what I mean? All the way in it.
Yeah, but also to check this. Like, I think GEN.YAHANNA, I'm bringing this also to, I think, recently. Like, you're going to stop buying Adidas and you'll go to Nike.
It's the same thing.
Same. Yeah, I mean, you'll stop buying Nike, you go to Reebok.
Yeah,
you stop buying Reebok, you go to Puma. The same thing. You can't get away. You can't get away from where you can get away from is stop sinning and keep your integrity.
That's
right.
That's
it.
That's it.
Get away from nothing else. You know what I mean?
That's it.
You can't get away from that. He owns everything, and Kanye West said it. He owns everything. You understand? If he don't own it, the Queen of England own it, or the King of England now, he own it.
That's right.
If the King of England don't own it, then your oppressors in America own it.
Yeah.
If the oppressors own it, then you have Spain, you have Italy, you have Russia. They own everything. They ain't own your integrity.
They don't own your obedience to the Lord.
That's it.
That your obedience to the Lord, they should never ever own that. And like, matter of fact, as they rightfully say, the scriptures say, you will serve him in want of all things.
Yes.
A boycott is nowhere in that verse.
That's right.
This will overtake thee. You know what I mean? Let me see. Dark D4RK. I know you're dyslexic because you can't spell dark.
Right? That's right.
Why you guys have the Star of David everywhere? Because we Jews by blood.
That's right.
That's why.
That's right.
4RK with your little dyslexic behind. Go to
that's right. That's right.
That type of shit. D4RK. Right. You're trying to be fly and spell dark, but you ain't fly. Right? Why you have to start everywhere? Because we're the Jews by blood. We're Jew no ish.
Right. That's right.
That's right.
Jews by blood. This is David's shield. Right. This is his signet, his signature, his seal of the living power. That's why we wear it everywhere. Everywhere.
That's right.
E4RK.
That's right.
Anyway, let me just play this video here with this lyrics here. Because Kanye, I mean, he made a good point here. You know what I mean? And it's something to listen to.
Our music is us talking about killing each other and Jewish people getting paid off of it. So for all the Jewish media, y'all want to sit down and have a conversation with me? Then let's have a conversation. Like Jewish people have owned the Black voice, whether it's through us wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt, or it's all of us being signed to a record label, or having a Jewish manager, or being signed to a Jewish basketball
Pause that for 1 minute.
doing a movie.
This is just my opinion. I think he tried to go the route of Michael Jordan in trying to have his own brand, and it was not going for it. Gap wasn't going for it. Adidas wasn't going for it. None of them wasn't going for it. He had to stay in contract with all of them.
It's on file. It's on file with him doing it. Remember, Kanye is one of those people who push his way in. Remember, Jay-Z didn't want to let him be a rapper. He was a producer.
Right.
And they would call him a producer rapper, and he would have to be telling them, listen, I could rap. Damon Dash did not want him rapping. He's like, he's not a rapper. They let him rap. He rise to the top, He think he's a rock star. Now he moved to the clothing thing. You remember that famous interview with him and Sway where he said, how, Sway? You don't have the answers. That's when he was crying about them not letting him in their circles. And Sway was trying to tell him, well, why don't you start your own thing? And he's like, Sway, how? You don't have the answers. They need to let me in. He really, as you were saying, wanted them to take him on like he's, the best nigga in the world. And to make him Balenciaga and make him, Montclair and whoever else. That's really what he wanted, and it was not letting him in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that African who died, Virgil Abloh, or Abloh, or whatever his name is. He's some famous Hamite that been designing for these fools. This nigga designed a car for Mercedes-Benz, a Maybach, a big Jeep Maybach with solar panels on the damn bonnet. Huge. When he died, Nike released shoes, the Virgil shoe, and Balenciaga released shoes, and Kanye wanted to be him. That's who you'd always talk about, Virgil. I want to talk to Virgil and Virgil this and Virgil that, and Virgil some Hamite. Kanye wanted to be in there, and he could not be in there. And now he's going through the heartache of it. And, that's what happened. You lean on these people, and it's like a broken reed that goes through your hand. It hurts you now. It's hurting you. But in his pain, there is truth. In his pain, there is truth. You know what I mean? Let's see if we got a little bit more.
A Jewish platform like Disney. What did he say? Slavery was a choice? The words that are coming out of his mouth are a choice. I don't, you got to deal with the consequences of those words at this point. You got to deal with the consequences of being an anti-Black, anti-Semitic Nazi. You know why there's not a lot of Jewish rappers? Because there's Jewish owners.
Where's the one when he's talking about the lyrics?
The music industry, everything.
This is right?
Information put in our music, the toxicity put in our music. It's us talking about killing each other and Jewish people getting paid off of it. So for all the Jewish media, y'all want to sit down and have.
Let's see if we get one more. Oh, there's another one. I think that might be it. I thought it was unnecessary. He uploaded one recently. This is it right here.
Yeah, that might be it.
I'ma fuck your bitch.
Yes.
I'ma kill this nigga. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off.
Most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention.
You see all these people as arrogant and bastards,
condescending, everything.
Like why? How you see? And Charlemagne is so in their pockets. Charlemagne is so in their pocket. Like you want to antagonize Birdman and Beanie Siegel. What's the other bald head one from Onyx?
Oh yeah,
Fredo Star. You want to antagonize them, but you ain't antagonize this fool here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't antagonize him. You ain't tell him. Listen, watch your mouth when you're talking to me up here, man.
Yeah.
Where all the gay shit you pull out when you was putting out the silicone ass cheeks,
Right,
and giving it to everybody to come up there.
Right.
Why you ain't give it to this damn white man?
Right.
The white man check you. White man come up there and check you them simple as because you're in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and you caught him with a good question when he backtracked, and then he realized I ain't explaining myself to this monkey.
Yeah.
He got cut. He got cut. And as he started talking,
Because I already answered
oh,
that.
who's this Congo monkey?
That's it.
Who's this orangutan I'm talking to here?
And you weren't paying attention.
Oh, you weren't paying attention. And
she asked me.
Charlemagne ain't saying nothing. And over his head it says revolt. And that nigga ain't nothing. He ain't nothing at all. He kept his he kept his composure so good. He didn't even flinch or shake his head or nothing.
And Silaki Mashak, that book, that $1 Million Slave,
yeah,
that just ain't for athletes.
No.
That's for Charlemagne, for all of them who want to be millionaires.
Yep.
They're $1 Million slaves. You know what I mean? Because they know they choose the right person. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us ain't gonna take that bag. We ain't gonna shut up. We ain't gonna say what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let me hold on. Let me just respond to this here. You know, Warrior Princess of Yah, stop buying $2,000 shoes, sisters. I hear you, Warrior Princess, but you should start paying some tithes.
That's right.
That's what you should start doing.
Right.
Start paying some tithes, and you should come up in here and learn how to keep the Lord's laws.
Right.
Follow a man of the Lord and learn how to keep the Lord's laws.
That's right.
All right. Let me get some more.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
You think that's hypocritical though?
It's opportunistic. Yeah, I got people to feed.
What the fuck is that? You say, yeah,
right.
I got people to feed. Is opportunistic. Yeah, I got people to feed. Man, listen, in Christ coming back and Tel Aviv is going to be under blood.
That's right.
It's going to be the real Red Sea.
That's right.
Because Christ got people to feed.
Right. Because Christ got people to feed. Liar Cohen. Christ got people to feed. The Most High Power got people to feed.
Right.
You get the point? The Most High Power got people to feed. Is it opportunistic? Yeah. You know, it's crazy.
And Slaki to you see, he said something that we hear from black people who, you know what I mean, in the whole drug dealing or whatever business, illegal business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They could be in the strip club, you know what I mean, whatever. That's the platform or the go-to point for doing what they're doing. I have people to feed.
And which is again, as Abadia was saying the same thing, bro, from I think Canada, saying the same thing, which is again, now we had to examine these hip-hop lyrics. Is they coming from the pen of King Von, or is some small hat like Liar Cohen writing it and telling him, no, sing it this way, put it this way. Hold on.
That's right.
There's a video. Because actually you find it. There's a video of 50 Cent trying to write some song. And Jimmy Iovine, is Jimmy Iovine or Scott Storch? One of them is in the room and telling him, no, say it like this. Say back this lyric just like this. It's on tape. It's a video where they're in a hotel room or something. He's trying to write a certain lyrics. And the devil is telling him, no, say it like this. Say it this way. Candy shop. Oh, is it an actual is it audio or is it No. This I'm talking about the apartment, it's video of them talking.
Okay, God.
You know what I mean? No, I'm too wild to see it now. You know what I mean? Let's see if we get a little more. Yeah, we had to really examine this thing, because he said I got kids to feed. Biggie Small say, you know, they called the police on me when I was trying to just feed my daughter. Where getting that shit from?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where is he getting that from?
Mm-hmm.
I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Mm.
Now let me know Apple.
No, I don't know if you all saw the rest of that video. He turned around and said, "Who the hell is Dame Dash?"
Wow.
God.
And like he's like he stopped like this, like, you know, because Charlemagne cutting him. But then he remember he around monkeys. You know what I mean? And I'm not calling Charlemagne a monkey. I'm saying this is how he thinks.
Right.
And then he says, who's Dame Dash? Who's that?
That's like Lamech. He realized who he is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And he ain't had to worry about nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Because the way you say it is almost like, I don't have to do this interviewing him. I just sitting on here just to entertain you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what you want me to say? Because it's almost they getting to the point where they don't want to hold back, and that's what Donald Trump did with so-called we oppressors here in America. Like, he gave them a platform where they could actually express themselves, because bottling stuff up inside of you, you know what I mean? Your oppressor might take it out on his family member because he hates you. Donald Trump make sure that he was able to bring that stuff out so it hit the right people. You know what I mean? And these so-called other nations, they getting pissed off because they have to, you know what I mean, hide or bottle up whatever feelings they have for you. You know what I mean, they have to talk a certain way for you. They want to just be, you know what I mean, who they were 300 years ago.
Salaki, sir. And it's like his arrogance is just so pathetic. His arrogance is like, I mean, why are you bothering me, Negro? I mean, I don't have to answer nothing. You know, I don't have to. Why are you messing with me? Leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know, and like Cap was saying, they look at us like, I don't have to talk to these monkeys. Why are you bothering me? You know,
I have to repeat myself for you.
Come.
Same question again. Meanwhile, this was an Israelite sitting there. They'd have grilled the hell out of them.
That's right.
You remember when they heard that? I always feel sorry for this little girl, and I would Jay-Z and them, I want to get them punished for this shit. You remember that little mama who she went up on the stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys in some award show singing New York, Empire State, and she was the one who went up there. Jay-Z was so angry with her, and the Jay-Z said she went to the show. And little mama went on the Breakfast Club and they made that girl cry on the air. They made that girl cry. She was young then. Super young, excuse me. They made her cry. They asked her some dumb question and something about her looks and all kind of shit. And brother, she broke down, and I mean snot coming out her nose crying. And they did nothing like that to this fool. Nothing. And he talks to them all manner of reckless.
How many people want to bet their house that content is not within the first 3 songs on Apple Rap Music?
Wait, what he said?
He said the content, that same content that he was just talking about killing black people and the adultery. It's in the first 3 minutes of every song on Apple Music and all these streaming platforms. And it's the truth. I mean, they know nothing around it. It's the God's honest truth. You understand? Like, all our music is about murder and adultery. Every love song, every single romance song is about adultery. From Mrs. Jones. I remember saying that as a little boy. I'm like, damn. Miss Jones. Right. You know what I mean? Every single song that people, have as, the romance music is about adultery. Right. And who is making the music? Who is pushing that music? Who's the ones, you know, to get paying for it to be out there? You know, the brother, he's lost as lost could be. He in the world. He should have never married that damn dog.
Right.
But in his pain, there's truth. That's one thing about pain, brother.
Right.
When you yell out, it's honesty yelling out. You can't fake a pain cry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yell out, that's honesty coming out there, and he's absolutely honest about what's going on.
Yep. Okay.
That's right.
Like if I may, sir.
Please, sir.
Two things, sir. I'm watching how this Jewish man is talking to Charlemagne, and the last time I remember somebody spoke like that was when he had Joe Biden on there, and he questioned Joe Biden. It's like, why should black people vote for you? And it's the same arrogance we see Joe Biden. It's like, well, I'll tell you what, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. It's like, there is no respect from these oppressors, and especially the Jewish man when it comes to that. But like you said, Charlemagne, he didn't grill Joe Biden and Leor Cohen the way he does his own people, because he is a plant for these people.
Exactly.
That's right.
And the way that he talked to him too is like saying, "Boy, you ain't listening to me, boy."
Yeah, come.
He said you wasn't paying attention.
Right.
He said you wasn't paying attention, and his voice kind of inflect like,
I'm
telling you to pay attention.
Yeah, like he talking down to them.
Right.
Yeah, like them as children.
Come.
Yeah, I don't repeat myself now.
Right.
Yeah, repeat yourself. So yeah, what you were saying.
Right. And also too, sir, a lot of them songs, them hit love songs that you're talking about, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. If you go back and do your research, the Jewish man was writing a lot of those songs. A lot of that Always and Forever, a lot of heat wave songs. A Jewish man wrote Strange Fruit. A lot of people don't know that. The song that Billie Holiday sung, that was it was a touching song when she sung it, but we didn't know that it was a Jewish man, a white Jewish man that wrote that damn song. Once again, capitalizing off of black people. And Kanye said something, and it was heavy. He said that's the Jewish man's greatest investment. It's niggas.
Yep.
That's their greatest investment. That's the only way they have what they have, all the way down to our identity.
Yeah.
You understand? It's off of niggas. They have what they have off our backs. It's a lot.
That's right.
Yep. Listen, that's so true. And even some of them songs where they give, the Jewish man that credit, I think it's just more so credit he doesn't get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because even there's another song that I forget the name of the damn Jewish group. It's one of them older Jewish groups. They have a badass song, and it's oh boy, I forget the name of the damn song. But I watched them perform the song live, and they have the Shield of David and the lights in the background. It's a big group. But not Bon Jovi. It might be them. I forget the name of the goddamn song. I'm remember it. I'm sure when the show done.
Right.
But it was from an era, like from that Top Gun era, where the music was different.
Right.
But they had a bad song. When I listen to the lyrics now as an adult, ain't no white man going. That's the life. What they're talking about. Where something was on the factory. Something work on the
yeah. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Yeah. Brother, you listen to that song. That's a black song.
Yep.
That is an absolute black song about the pressures of life and the job and things going wrong, and the two people saying don't stop believing. Right. Don't stop believing. We're gonna stick through it. We're gonna go through it. You listen to that song over and over. That's a black song, man. White people in the damn courtroom killing each other over divorce.
Right.
And we following after them. But at the time when that song came out, that was a real older, maybe 80s, I think, or 90s or something.
Right.
But you listen to that song now, the feeling that's a soulful black, that's a black song. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
But anyway, this is the video here where Charlemagne them make that little girl cry.
Everybody's is the voice of the young struggle face.
See?
What?
Disrespecting the girl. Right. He says she's the voice of the young struggle face, meaning she has a face that's like struggle, means she ugly. And this girl ain't no ugly girl, she's just very slim. So her feature's strong.
Right.
She's a slim girl, tiny girl.
What?
Because you're young, but you have an old face. Like how Drake says,
wow.
This old.
Where was all that? Where was all that white man?
Right.
Where was all
I
that?
know.
And listen, bro, I think that's why Beanie Siegel came up there and checked the shit out of him. And that's one thing with Israel. Israel doesn't like when you picking on somebody and bullying somebody. Israel does not go for that. Excuse me. Israel doesn't go for none of that shit.
Good.
You understand? But you didn't have nothing like that to tell this white man something.
Right.
Mm.
You pay attention. You ain't say pay attention to that old face, that struggle face you got, Liar. You ain't make fun of Liar name and call him Lion Cohen.
Right.
Like, you know, you, Greg Oden, and LeBron James have the same gene. Like y'all young little faces. Like you might have Benjamin Button syndrome. You probably start looking
Y'all
young
gotta
as you
see
get older.
Charlamagne's face. Seriously.
Jay-Z was like, who's this young man trying to get on stage?
Yo, I've been waiting for us to do a track for a minute. So I'm like,
Snoop gets high.
Yeah, Snoop gets
So
high.
he probably was just
what's
talking
the
out his
difference?
ass.
Really,
Are the rumors true about Keisha Cole shooting a biopic and you're going to play a young Frankie?
You know what? I saw your little video. You're a mess.
And this is the thing, like they go up there thinking that they can't cuss Charlamagne out.
Right.
And he doesn't hold back with them.
Right.
I just want her to stay true to herself. She shouldn't try to imitate everybody else or what she thinks is popping at the moment, like try to do. She needs to find what she loves and just go full at it.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have, I guess, some kind of type of talent. Like you did have a little buzz going at one
Definitely
point.
have talent. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know that.
You know? And if your face was the Bible, it would be the Old Testament.
You play too much.
Good, man. You need to come back, man.
Already.
Yeah, man.
This is where she started to break down here.
You was dope. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But my personal opinion, I just feel you just need to come back with that same.
And that brother who called him, he trying to lift her spirits up. You see how he said my personal, and he kind of breathed like, you know, he trying to find words to, you know, to lift her up.
Right. My personal opinion, I just feel you just need to come back with that same heat. Oh yeah, what you been up to?
See what I'm saying?
Boy, stop.
All the time. People know you for playing yourself, walking up on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. That's what they know
Charlamagne,
you from.
seriously.
That's
Cut
the
this
truth.
out. Cut this out.
Could y'all please help me out?
Can he cut this
I'm just
out?
hating.
Nah, no, I know what you're saying.
What do people know her for lately?
On stage with
Ignorant.
Alicia Keys and Jay-Z.
Where the song's at?
But how many people just called up and said something about Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
What's good? Like, what's up? When you dropping another album, though?
I'ma hurt you.
Listen here, chill out, Jurassic Park, Tyrannosaurus Rex, prehistoric
Yo,
face.
you gotta see the black.
Listen, I'm sitting there trying to tell her the truth. Y'all the ones that.
I'm gonna skip forward. I put out an album while my mother was dying of cancer. That right there alone is a struggle. That's hard. Right. That's tough for anybody.
I'm just the type of, if I don't like somebody, I don't pretend to. Like, that's just
bullshit. Because you're a character. That's why.
It's the truth, though.
You're a character.
Life's too short to be wasting your time with suckers or people you think is suckers.
So why I'm here then? Because I think you're a sucker. So I should be out, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, that's me personally. I wouldn't sit there and have a conversation with a sucker.
Yeah, you'll sit here and you'll bash a little girl, little mama till she cry. That's what you do. Coward.
We talk, me and you talking to each other now. I tell you that I think you're a hypocrite.
You can think what you want.
And I think you be coming off as a hater sometimes.
You can think what you want, fam.
And now, what's next?
I can say I think you're a bitch. You let Federal Star and them check you, but you made that little girl cry.
Right. They make her cry. But
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Envy, I want to talk about some music because I got some shit.
Now, what's next?
Listen, and you see, look at Charlamagne's face looking at
Mm-hmm.
And this whole, you know, this end up with, you know,
That's right.
His face and saying, "Don't play with me, I'm dangerous." He checked the shit out of him. He say with one lung, you know, being secret, I think he had one lung now, he has some cancer or some shit like that. He say with one lung, I'm dangerous. Because this is who is there. But when Lyle Cohen get up there, you ain't got no energy for him. You know what I mean? Nothing to defend, nothing. You take your checking like a good slave.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Once again, that's who's in the industry. That's who's there. That's why Nori couldn't handle it, because I'm just here for fun.
Right.
I'm just here for fun. You all start shooting. Who the hell is shooting? This wasn't part of the arrangements, man. Drinks and blunts, not bullets.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's rough. It's rough, but you know, once again, it's time to separate from this oppressor, man. Just separate from him. Come back to your real identity, man. You're the 12 tribes of Israel. You're the special people on the earth.
That's right.
You not African American. You're not West Indian. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Latino. You're not Native Indian. You're not Cherokee and Chickasaw and all of that. You Reuben and Gad, man. You the 12 tribes of Israel. Time for you to come back and claim what's really yours. Like all these things, as you say, the Lord blowing the top off of it, get your attention. Trying to get your attention, man. You kidnapped in some underground bunker. He lighting a fire by that little window in the basement so you could see the fire to know somebody coming for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? He trying to get your attention. So that's, as a people, we're going to have to start to wake up. It's going to take some more. But Kanye ain't the last.
That's right.
You know
That's right.
Kanye ain't the last of it. More of these celebrities going to come out and say stuff. It's going to become fashionable to say.
That's right.
If I may, sir.
Please, sir.
It's a lot concern what you said. That it's you're a prophet, sir, because as I'm on Twitter, it's a cat. He's a famous Muslim, Rizza Islam. He just came out on Twitter and said that the people are that the backlash that Kyrie Irving is facing for saying the Jews are black is wrong because the Jews are black.
Right.
So I'm on watching and I'm like, well, nigga, ain't you? Aren't you a Muslim? You understand? He's saying, and the same post, he's saying how the Jewish man paid for the ships that sent us over here. Right. You understand? But at the same time, you serve the religion now of the Arabs who built the ships.
That's it. There's no way to speak against this empire while you're tied to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no way the General Catholic inside you. Shalom, so you have to shop at right. You know what I mean? Glory said about 10 times you drink trap. General, he on the beach smoking 3 blunts, 2 in his hand, and 1 is in his mouth. He can't handle it.
Yeah.
Glory was there for the drinks.
Yeah.
The Players Club said, look, y'all, I'm just here to dance, nothing else. That's Glory. Glory in the room. He just there for the fun. Yeah. He ain't come for nothing else. He don't know. It's too much politics. It's too thick. He ain't there for that.
Right.
He's not there for that. Yeah, you gotta go see that famous that Players Club clip. She put a shit together.
That's right.
I'm just kidding. That's it. That's Nori, man. Like they set Nori up.
What somebody should I do is ask Nori, name one of your Jewish friends.
He had probably started called out because I'm sure these people being yes men. Yep. They're sitting at the table to, with them to be the yes men. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. We just say ain't a gangster board. No, listen, not when it comes to the small hat. No. When it comes to the small hat, please. Everybody's like, I want no smoke with the small hat.
That's right.
So yeah, man. I know we take the whole damn 2 hours with Kanye.
Man, he relevant. He relevant right now because he fits into. He either fits into to go down or he fits into break soon. Because it's the claim that he.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up there.
Yeah. Because they claim he's no longer a billionaire. I don't know how true that is, but you know what I mean?
It is true. Like you remember that billionaire status, it doesn't necessarily mean you have $1 billion in your account. It's a valuation. So let's say you get a contract, for $1 billion for 10 years. You don't have that money yet, but you can build your billionaire based on your contract that you could leverage to get property and shit like that. So that's how they say he ain't a billionaire no more. He still have hundreds of millions of dollars. But the rate he going at, I wouldn't be surprised they pull a old KGB, claim done on his fifth molar back here. He bite down green smoke come out his ear and he just fall over. You remember the original Batman with Jack Nicholson? How he leave everybody in the restaurant just smiling. I wouldn't be surprised. Kanye just end up just somewhere just smiling, brother, because so many people follow. They create the monster. I know they mad turn on them. They mad the killer whale turn on them. They mad the lions turn on them. Now the artists turn on them. The artists turn on them. Now, you know, they had to take this L. But, you know, Kanye better watch himself, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Where's Jay-Z?
Where's
Where's Jay-Z? Where's what's his name?
Yeah.
Where's Diddy? None of them
Gone.
coming out and saying nothing.
Gone.
Nothing. None of your preachers coming out and saying nothing.
Gone.
They ain't touching that.
That's right.
They ain't touching
man.
that.
That's right.
Listen, man, they ain't
That's
touching
right.
They ain't going on the beach and smoking with Nori. That beef.
God.
Right. You know what I mean?
God.
Like, how they say God is valued at the billionaire. It's like they're
God.
switching cases with him and Kanye now. Because they're gonna
God.
give him all the contracts, they're gonna do whatever. You know,
That's it.
like a Jewish man, you know, your time coming to an end.
That's
You
right.
done stole
That's
our
it.
identity.
Yeah, right.
You went and shop galore. You went, you know, you run up the credit card. You shop galore with the name of black people, with the name of Hispanics, with the name of Native Indians. You
That's
used
it.
those names to your advantage, and you took all the money in the world, all the sympathy, natural born sympathy, every news media, anti-Semitic statements, evil, bad. What did he say?
Right.
That nobody ain't talking about that.
Right.
Nobody ain't
That's it.
saying nothing about that. Your time is coming to an end. The
That's it.
world will learn that you are not the real Jew.
That's
that
right.
you are an imposter.
That's right.
And that's not
And-
anti-Semitic. That's the truth.
Yeah, and what Salaki Cap, I mean to cut you down
Go
like
ahead.
that, but what you said is so heavy because if it was the other way around, a so-called oppressor or a so-called Jewish man came out and said black people own everything, CNN or Fox would have picked up and run down all the businesses, all the major businesses, would have given you history on where they come from, everything. You understand? But now they ain't doing that. They ain't not even touching it. All they're saying he crazy, he anti-Semitic, and he shouldn't be saying that. This, that, the other, and that's it. They're not doing. They ain't going nowhere past that.
Yep. You're right. They're going down. They'll run down the whole list of every black billionaire, the ones who you never even heard about, blow up this spot. But they ain't doing that for us. They ain't running down all these managers and all these badass deals.
Exactly.
I mean, they ain't doing none of that stuff. You know, I mean, sister asked about the interview with Piers Morgan. Yeah, I saw that interview with Piers Morgan. And Piers Morgan tried to cut him off and he called him boy.
Yeah, he didn't like that. So.
Nobody respect Piers Morgan, man. Piers Morgan cry over that Meghan Markle. Piers Morgan off stage when his brother says she don't like you. He get up and he walk off stage. Ain't nobody respecting him. So Kanye gonna say boy. Right. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But for sure, like that's a real good point. Like somebody would have went and find credibility with it. I think some Asian man made a video where he was showing that it was like 96% of those who own businesses in America was Jewish people. You know what I mean?
And I think if it was the same thing you're talking about, he said this was in 2013. So that was in 2013. Yeah, you can imagine now. Like the wealth they have is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I never see a poor Jewish man. They're just me. Might have some out there. I have never seen one.
That's right.
That's like because the Jewish been on us since forever. Even back in the 1950s in the doo-wop era, I said Jewish composers, musicians, and promoters have a prominent role in transition from jazz to swing to doo-wop and rock and roll and American popular music in the 1950s, while Jewish men founded many labels and recorded rhythm and blues during the height of vocal group era. According to a Israeli Jewish historian, although only 2% of the total U.S. population was Jewish at the time, their representation in the music industry was much higher. And by this time, they own and manage 40% of independent recording companies recording and distributing rock and roll and rhythm and blues music in the U.S. In the decade of 1944 to 1955, many of most influential recording record companies specializing in race music or R&B that is later known have been owned and co-owned by Jews. These include Chess and National Records in Chicago, King in Cincinnati, Savoy in New York, Outposts like the Old Time and Atlantic in New York, and Cadillac, right? Aladdin and Modern in LA, also in many others. They have small independent group recording companies that recorded and marketed and distributed doo-wop music. So even back then, and then, now it's all the way down to now. Where so you saying 50 Cent, Jews shot right liquors for 50 Cent. Now with Lil Von, and, all of us now have been since 1940s.
They putting their hand in there trying to act like the 81. I think there's a video here. Go ahead.
So like it too, and also too, black Jewish people used to at times, it says here, identify as black. So they were also Jews in the music business who considered themselves black culturally, but Jewish by their roles as entrepreneurs who managed black singing groups. Jewish creative people in the industry and artists, arrangers, producers, and songwriters also sometimes prefer to mask their ethnic background and assume as African American cultural identity.
Yeah, they identify as black. They identify as Jew. Identify as the Jew. Let's get this last video here and then we wrap it up.
Causes where he says the words like the Jewish media. I mean, the media is kind of controlled by a lot of Jewish people out here. We can actually see here who controls your mind. This was a chart back in 2013. All of these red is Jewish people, right? So they own like Universal Studios, ABC News, CBS, CNN, Columbia Pictures, DreamWorks, Facebook, Google, also run by Jewish people, Yahoo, Marvel, Pixar, the New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks, Comcast, the New York Times, Comedy Central, Wall Street Journal. I mean, admittedly, a lot of these large media organizations and tech companies that are able to shape global narratives are run by Jewish people. So does Kanye West have a point here? And to me, it's kind of like saying there's a lot of white male power in executive management positions in corporate companies, and nobody gets mad about that. But when Kanye West says there's a lot of people of Jewish religion in these media companies and tech companies, then everybody gets upset all of a sudden.
Listen, I mean, I don't know what else is. The first time I'm more about that, anything truthful other than $5.99. Second truthful. I say to him, the first thing was $5.99. You know what I mean? That's the first thing right. So that's $5.99. But the second thing he ever said that was truthful was that. Like, that is not racist. He's making
that's right.
That's right. And so like here too, Cap, what Nehemiah was reading there. Now it have me rethinking a documentary I saw on three black brothers who to say basically started I think it's rock and roll, right? When they were doing it, white America started breaking up all the records and basically boycott them and shut them out of the whole arena.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the three of them men, the group that was in.
Chuck Berry is one.
Muddy Waters. Could be
no, this was I think this was maybe a few years back before them with rock and roll. I forget the name of the band.
But Chuck Berry is the father of that rock and roll. He started that kind of music. He was the one who I think they put with the
But then again, the generals mix up. Then this brother here, he was he sang on some song with Will Ferrell. We go this far, wherever.
Will Ferrell? No.
Yeah, he sang on a song. He was playing the guitar. He was the man who wrote a ton of
I know what you're talking about. This is after. This is after Chuck Berry and them. I know what you're talking about. It was a group of them. He was a guitarist and he writes a ton of songs. I know who you're talking about.
For Madonna.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Hit songs for Madonna.
Yeah,
the
he wrote
reason
his,
why
and he wrote his music, and they said it was other people did it, and they didn't give him the credit for the shit.
right, but he and three other brothers started some genre of music, and white America started burning all the records and basically closed them out the game. You understand?
They look almost like how that Earth, Wind and Fire was.
Huh? Yeah, I think it's Nile Rodgers.
I need to talk about now. Yeah, now.
Yeah, Nile Rodgers.
Yeah,
Look, if you could, there's a documentary on him and two other brothers and what they did for the music, and they basically got him out of that that genre music, and then white people came in and took it, and then they left him to basically like write music for other groups. I forget the documentary, but what
I know the one you're talking about.
Brought back memories of, because they're controlling the whole. Yeah, this brother right here, the story, the whole story behind him is, from what Nehemiah reading. Now I'm gonna look back at the documentary and see if the Jewish man had a hand to play in that. You know what I mean? Like to you know what I mean, to put us in a certain genre where we sing rap, what I call it again, R&B, and left the rock for, you know what I mean, for so-called your oppressor.
Right.
You understand? But I don't think Chuck Berry
I
thing was
saw
with him.
I saw that one you talking about. I saw that one, and they started to run down all the songs this brother wrote, and it was ridiculous.
Yes.
It was absolutely ridiculous. What's the name of it?
It's like two Captain. I thought. What's his name? Dave Grohl, sir.
Grohl.
Okay, go ahead. That the brothers talking about is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who work with Nile Rodgers. They used to all work for Prince and his band, and they like that whole music scene. Like them cats were so ridiculously talented. Like like these, between the three of them, they were responsible for so many of the hits in the 80s. It's like it's unbelievable. You understand? And it's like their music was able to be, it wasn't pushed the way it should have been pushed, because the Jewish man didn't like how Prince and that whole crew was pushing for owning their publishing and owning their masters. So, like they really, like almost in a sense, like press. How they doing Kanye now? Like they not letting them go to certain places and telling Jewish companies and stuff like that, well, don't try to pick their stuff up. When you listen to a lot of their music, and it's like they should have been much bigger than what they were. And they wrote a lot of stuff, and they already were big, but they still
I'm telling you,
right.
I think it's on the series on Song Hero or some stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go look.
I know the one you talk. I noticed. I think I saw that documentary, and part of it is he kind of out in a like almost like a backyard, and they have him, you know, with the guitar, and he talking, and he running down some of the chords of some of the music he did.
Yeah.
Then they started to talk about all the hits he have, but they kind of freeze him out, and he couldn't get the credit for it. And he talking, and he ain't even bitter about it.
Right.
Right? Almost like he's like, well, they could take it. I could go make more music. You know what I mean? There's an interview with Pharrell, and what's the devil's name?
David Grohl.
David Grohl. David Cruel. And this devil, he was with who? Nirvana or one of them?
I think it was the Eagles or something like that.
One of them famous rock bands, and he admitted to just stealing a whole song from a black guy. He said, yeah. He said, Pharrell said, man, I like that sample, man. It sounds like so and so.
Right.
He's like, yeah, it got to sound like him. We stole it.
Right.
Yeah, we stole it. Yeah, man, we stole that shit. He said, you know how much music we stole from them?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he could say that shit now.
Nirvana.
Dang.
Nirvana. Everybody know about that Nirvana. Listen to this here.
Okay, like I wanted to be a drumline player, but I can't read music.
Wow.
I still can't now. All I wanted to do was be in a line of drummers all playing drums. I was decent. I wasn't like your level. Like to stop saying I'm a good drummer because I'm the most basic fucking drummer. If you listen to Nevermind, the Nirvana record, I pulled so much stuff from the Gap Band and Cameo and Tony Thompson. on every one of those songs. All that.
Now listen, this song that they're playing here is a famous goddamn song.
Yes.
Kids love that shit. They turn and they scream, and they start screaming. He'd steal that shit out from niggas.
Damn.
Wow. That's old disco. That's all it is. Can I not hear that? Nobody makes a connection. That's straight up Gap Band. I told Tony Thompson I came to my house for barbecue with somebody, and I was like, man, I just want to thank you because, you know, I owe so much. I've been ripping you off. I wanted to be a drum.
The brother comes to the house to celebrate Nirvana for a barbecue. He pulled the brother aside and said, thank you for letting me steal from you. I've been stealing from you my whole goddamn life.
Right.
And you want to tell me something wrong with Kanye?
Right.
You small hats have something to pay for, man.
That's right.
God damn.
That's right.
Nobody can talk about you?
Right.
I now understand the small hat.
You got that small hats, man.
I know. I hear you.
Oh,
Why
good.
are you calling them small hats?
Listen, I don't find something to call them because they're talking about this anti-Semitic shit.
Yeah.
They're small hats.
That's right. That's right.
Shit. It's this big.
Right? Tiny hat.
Thimble hats. They have small like a thimble. Like this. And Pharrell so trying to placate to him. No, I wasn't a good. I was not your level. Pharrell is one of the geniuses of modern time.
Right.
What the hell are you dumbing down yourself for this devil for?
Right.
This devil say, I stole everything from him.
Right.
Man, listen, when Christ come back, boy.
That's equivalent to to Bob Marley with them black brothers in Jamaica.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dumbing it down and saying he was the greatest, this, that. No, he was not.
No, he wasn't.
You know what I mean?
No,
he was not. He stole a lot from them black brothers.
He was a hippie.
Right.
He was a hippie. All that old dancing that you see them Rasta men doing is that's that white hippie fucking what's the big festival?
Woodfest.
Not Woodfest. Woodstock.
Yeah.
That's that old Woodstock dancing and the dreads flowing and shit. That shit is not our culture, man. That shit is not our culture. It's the same goddamn thing. That's a real and I can't leave without saying it. It's the same thing them Africans doing now, talking about goddamn Afro beats.
Right. Yeah.
Talking about Shayo.
It's still jungle music.
We gonna chop breakfast. What the hell is chop breakfast, nigga? Everybody go chop breakfast.
Oh boy.
Fuck out of here. That's right.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. That's right. Listen, man, 11:22. We're gonna roll out of here. You're gonna save some of this damn energy for these small hats for the rest of the year. Y'all hats about to wait to that damn
that's right.
Extension. Y'all go get a Yamaka extension. I'm done with you. You know what I mean? So once again, thank to Walla for everybody joining in. You know what I mean? Holding it down another night, Saturday night, rocking it out.
All right.
Texas, man. I'm gonna look for a cheap flight. If one come true, you won't see me any morning. If not, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Too coming true.
Yeah, but you might get a thumb.
Tell us about them good stories. Go, you got
Hey, yeah, how about you have a thumb? Hey, man, hey, I see, it took me back to old times when I seen y'all, man. Just, you know.
Still here, no, you got still here, you know.
Oh, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Check us out, man. Check us out,
You got remove them shades and let me see some chairs falling on the
When I heard you guys was going to Oklahoma, brother, I wanted to cry. You go and say, oh man, Kyrie. Oh man.
so like a cat. Hey, cat.
I said, you going to Oklahoma? He's like, oh, you didn't. Oh yeah, man. Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, Cat. I always tell guys. It's like that.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I tell brothers. It's like that. I tell brothers. I say the hardest thing I had to do in the truth is coming to tell you I was going to Oklahoma, man.
You know, but I think that shit hit me right here. I was like, what? He's like, oh man, yo, Gap man, yo, come on, Gap man, come on, man. Take your golf. It was good. I'm glad to see what y'all doing down there in Oklahoma, man. I'm a main man at I.S.U.P.K. That's my nigga right there, man. I'm glad went down there, you and him broke up, and Oklahoma coming on board right now. You know what I mean? Good.
Gone.
That damn devil. Yeah. That devil thought he was smart. He didn't know your God was, you know, hit some of the old switcheroo. Right. How could we be a hate group, man? Right. I was like, yeah, that's he ain't nothing but that 14th Street swag.
Yeah, good.
Some DC swag. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you go up anytime you're ready to come on through on Saturday night, just hit me up, send me a text if you're free.
Okay, come. Hey, come. Most High Christ. I will, Cap.
Most guys, you know what I mean? You remember this Monday, Confronting gonna be live with the heavy hitters. Monday night, 9 p.m. Check him out. You know what I mean? Wednesday, of course, you're gonna have some special for your lineup, 9 p.m. all the time. Pay your time, support the truth. Passover, April 1st, 2023. Y'all stay tuned.
That's right.
Get it, man. Shalom. Yom Shabbat Thumb.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweepers. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded.